Hello and welcome, Reds, to another Liverpool news show, whatever this is anyway. Well, news show, that's what this channel's all about, news shows as well. But Reds, how are we? Hope you're all well. Looking after each other is fantastic news on the front of Alexander Isak. Yeah, as every Liverpool fan said over the last week or so, it's was speaking from experience with Felipe Coutinho. I've already told me, Geordie mates, 2 weeks ago. I said, as soon as a player puts in a transfer request, we've been in this situation and this very similar scenario with many other players, especially over the last 20 years as well. When Liverpool, we win for the last 20 years, difficult periods as well in terms of not being at the level in which we've been under the times where obviously Jurgen Klopp, fantastic years, the build up, the progression, obviously Arne Slot winning the league last season as well, but plenty to unpack this afternoon as well, Red. Speak about Isak, speak about Hugo Ekitike as well. Plenty of stuff to speak about as well, Reds. And hopefully we'll be joined by Kev this evening as well. But Reds, if you are watching on the repeat, let us know, most importantly, your thoughts on it. And do drop a like on the video as well. Massively helps out on the video and anyone streams, really. Drop a like, drop a subscribe as well in the comment section below. And let us know your thoughts, really, in the general consensus, really, in regards to this phenomenal bit of news. As you can see here, Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle United, absent from the Celtic friendly and the Asia tour. The 25-year-old preference, obviously Newcastle United are keen to keep hold of the Swedish international striker to stay on improved deal, but also exploring potential replacements. Newcastle United, obviously the Benjamin Sesko has been heavily linked with a lot of European clubs round the last couple of months anyway. It looks like, I think I read yesterday, looks like Leipzig have dropped their reported valuation of Benjamin Sesko to in around 60-70 odd million euros. I think that's only understandable considering Liverpool have already actively purchased a very expensive signing in Hugo Ekitike, but Hugo's got a lot of potential, not just for the present, but for the future as well, in terms of Liverpool developing him into hopefully one of the best number nines in European football as well. So, get your comments in the comment section below as well, Reds. But big up there, Edward. How are we, fella? And let's get to all your comments as well. Absolute legends. How are we, fella? And Jen, how are we, mate? All ears, you're absolute legends. As Callum said, they are active. Yeah, big up there, Callum. I've just seen your comment, bud. But nice one, mate. Wait 1 second. Let's move it up a bit. Obviously, Callum, understand Newcastle alternative is Benjamin Sesko. But deal costs. It's obviously Wissa they're actively going after. I think Newcastle chat as well. They will seriously need more than just one striker coming in. Obviously, Wilson did leave Newcastle United as well, so I think this is the young striker that they've got as well on the books already. Newcastle, I think they signed him last season or the year before. Apologies, forgot his name anyway, but he's a prominent striker with a big experience as well in the youth level anyway. But a lot of hopes hang on his shoulders, especially if Alexander Isak is to leave the football club. So it's one of them as well. Big up there, Callum is absolutely on and concrete as well. It's going to be a fastly developing story as we are live this afternoon. It can very much, and we'll be on our toes anyway. So chat, as I always say, do get your comments in. Let us know. There's been any other tweets or whatnot today. Big up there, Mark. How are we, lads? Mark, how are we, fella? How are we? He's coming now, Newcastle against both Sesko and Wissa so got to be spending that Isak money and not just really on strikers as well. I think it's what Newcastle fans have got to very much learn in regards to if they want to develop as a football club. All of us, as I said at the top of the show, we speak from experience. Selling Coutinho, it wasn't nice that we had to let him, we had no choice in the matter. He wanted to go to Barcelona. Even a back injury, similar with Isak. Obviously, Isak went for scans and reported allegedly the scan showed nothing. So it's all about for the last 130 odd year history of football, the incorporation of it, players have done any way of trying to get transfers as well. Every trick in the book, really. So it's going to be one of them. Liverpool are running things. Big up there saying, yeah, it's... And I'm absolutely made up saying, if I'm being honest, and I think a lot of Liverpool fans are out there as well. Like, we are finally acting like the big club that we are, Liverpool Football Club as well. Because you look, and when you analyse Real Madrid in certain transfer markets as well, like over like last 20 odd year, like that, this is how Real Madrid act. If they want to actively pursue a player like Ronaldo back in the day, 70, 80 million pound back then, and like they went, yes, Sam, we'll get him. We'll get Bale. We'll get Karim Benzema when he was at Lyon as well in the younger days. But he was a very prominent French striker that everyone knew he was going to become the player he did become anyway in the Real Madrid shirt. So, yeah, it's like we are the biggest club in England. I know United fans are whinging and all that. But actively at this moment in time, we are the destination. It's not an arrogance. It's fact. Liverpool are absolutely huge. And if Liverpool want to continue, like all of us want to be successful, we're not, Liverpool fans, the majority of us, every single one of us, we're not actively saying go and sign six signings a window. That's unrealistic. But what we've all wanted as a Liverpool fan base over the last 5-6 year period as well, even under the years of Jurgen Klopp as well, Liverpool weren't that far off from winning league titles under Jurgen Klopp. Maybe one or two 50, 60 million pound player. Not a drastic change like the years when Henderson was knackered, Fabinho, his legs had fell off, Ginny as well, his legs had run off. But now with Arne Slot at the helm, we are really acting like the big institution that we are in terms of Liverpool Football Club. And I'm made up, and just goes to show, like, the plaudits to Arne Slot, plaudits to Mohamed Salah as well, Virgil van Dijk. There's no way in chance they don't sign the two new deals at the beginning of the year anyway, over the last 12 months, with under the understanding and because they're massive, the two best players in their position in world football, Van Dijk and Salah. Like, they demand respect and they demand more from the people that they work with as well. So, and certainly Arne Slot, he's no fool. Arne, he would have come in with a remit to be successful with Liverpool. Sometimes with managers, it doesn't always work out. But the fact that Arne, he only went and signed Federico Chiesa last season, and me and a lot of Liverpool fans were out there were going, oh, sounds like we could have done with a number 6, but Arne was like, shut up, everyone. Absolutely everyone shut up. I'm going to go and put Jim Ronaldo, he left a long time ago, Ryan Gravenberch in that number 6. I'm going to turn him into one of the best number 6s in world football. One of the best number 6s, if not the best number 6, alongside Caicedo, in my opinion, in the Premier League. I know everyone's got their own different ways of thinking about, obviously, Ryan Gravenberch. The facts are, we won the league with Ryan Gravenberch playing the 6 alongside Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai as well. So there's a lot of option. There's a lot of leeway, really, either side of that. There's a lot of improvements. Like Gravenberch, what is he, 22, 23? Wirt is 22, 23. Ekitike's just turned 23. Like, Salah and Van Dijk, yeah, they're at the twilight of their career. Not just yet. I think Mo will probably shout at me if he says that anyway, but they're not getting any younger, Salah and Van Dijk. So it's that win now approach that certainly the football club are analysing, they're looking at it now as well. Like, and even whatever happens with Robbo, obviously, shout out to Robbo, we did get given the vice captaincy by the looks of it as well, so I'm made up for him. So that would be kind of a very big indication to say that he is staying at the football club. And if you're Milos Kerkez, as he did in his interview for Liverpool media team as well, waxing lyrical about Andy Robbo and his quality and his admiration for the Scottish fullback as well. Because, yeah, Robbo, he's getting on. He is... Well, I say he's getting on. He's only 31, 32. But in modern era of football, we know, like, he's lost a bit of pace. But we're not expecting Robbo to play 40-odd games a season. Kerkez, both of them are going to be learning off each other. And most importantly, they're going to be creating that elite level environment in terms of learning off each other. And I know everyone's going berserk, like non-Liverpool fans or certain section of our fan base going, oh, why are we signing Isak? And, like, if we've got Ekitike? what world are you living in? Have you ever watched a game of football? Like, it's about having a competitive squad. We're not expecting Isak to play 60 games in a season, or Ekatike. And even Salah. Salah needs a rest. He's got AFCON in the summer as well. Like, Chiesa, we'll speak about it a bit later as well. He looks like he might be leaving. Diaz looks like he might be leaving as well. So that's where, if we do bring in Isak, I do feel we will bring in some more players as well, because there is a lot of expenditure to leave the football club as well, Reds. Like, the money coming in as well, selling to buy and all that good stuff. But we're in such a promising position as a football club now as well, Reds. So it's very exciting indeed, really. So, Reds, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below as well. Wait 1 second there, chat. But yeah, it's very, very exciting indeed. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below as well, Reds. And if you are new, get involved. But as Edward said, we need Canate too. We need to keep the spine 100% there, Edward. 100%, mate. It's that. And that's certainly, as we've just already... That's what we were saying in regards to, at the top of the show as well there, chat. Like, Van Dijk, Salah signs, and even Ibu as well. Obviously, if he wants to sign a new deal, he'd probably be saying similar to Van Dijk and certainly Salah as well. Like, I want to stay, and by all accounts, the noise from Ibu's camp looks like he might be favouring a move at staying at Liverpool. Right, not a move. Keep on his decision to stay at Liverpool Football Club as well. So, if that is to be believed, fantastic, Reds. Absolutely phenomenal stuff if that is the case as well, Reds. Give me 1 second there, chat. Can I change that? Do apologise, chat. Yeah, for some reason. Can I change that? For some reason I've got it on. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, do apologise, chat. Obviously, for some reason I've put the wrong setting on the stream. So yeah, well, not really. If you're a subscriber, drop a like on the video as well. Drop a subscribe as well. And yeah, for some reason, not many can comment. Only have you been subscribed? Ah, fair enough. Unlucky for everyone today anyway, that's the case. Big up there, Jen. How are we? Mark Guehi as well. Does it depend if Diaz leaves? Possibly there, Mark. Possibly, bud. But yeah, as I said, there's a lot of leeway really for Liverpool in regards to negotiating. It's in our hands really, as Ken said there. Clark Kent, go ahead, Superman, la. And shout out to new Superman. I've not seen it, chat. If you have, let us know what it's like. But yeah, Clark Kent wouldn't be too bad of a striker these days as well. So he's too busy working for the newspapers anyway. He'd probably make a good journalist, wouldn't he? So Clark Kent, him and Peter Parker. So it is, yeah. We've been more successful than United managers. Big up there, but that's how are we, la. Trophies, players, Liverpool have better. Facts. Absolutely love it there, but and let's hope, as you can see there with Mohamed Salah holding that Premier League trophy come at the end of this coming season. It's not a given, chat, and you'll have the whole the Premier League baying for Liverpool to like collapse this season. But it's no given that we're going to be winning the league this season, but what bringing in these type of caliber of players, the quality as well, will very much drastically improve the quality. It gives you a better opportunity. As I keep on saying, last season, like a lot of us, when we watched that Paris Saint-Germain game, it was so frustrating. Because you look at like Zaire coming off the bench, even Ezra Doué coming off the bench, Kvaratskhelia coming off the bench for PSG in certain Champions League games and in League One as well. You're looking at that team going, wow, like they are absolutely stacked. And I think I've seen a report, like an absolute nonsense report linking Rodrigo with Paris Saint-Germain. Like it's absolute utter nonsense, really. It's not happening. Like, PSG have got about 20 attackers anyway. So, like, what's he going to be playing? Like, right back or something? Like, no chance. So, yeah, Rodrigo, would love him. That's the type of calibre now that we should be aiming forward as well. And we've got to be thinking long-term. We said this already this week on the channel, long-term Salah replacements, because when that time eventually dawns on everyone at Liverpool, even the fan base as well, when the time has come, when Salah might want to leave or whatever happens, hopefully retires at Liverpool, but we've got to be realistic. We've got to be planning, because that is probably... like even when Keegan left, Kenny come in, didn't he, as well? So like even that era, replacing quality with even better quality as well. Like whoever is coming in for Salah long term in the future has got to be elite level. Like it has to be like a win now striker, a win now attacker, really, because it might be impossible to replace Salah's quality, but if there is a player out there in the next 2 years, or even bring him in next season, or even this window, just so the transition is a lot more better. And even if you are similar with when we brought in Kirkes, as you mentioned with Robbo before, you're bringing players in that are learning and developing, like even like it's playing with players week in, week out. That's why it's going to be fantastic for Rio and Gamua as well, learning off the likes of Diaz, learning off Salah as well, even Ben Doak. Whatever happens with Ben Doak, he might leave this season. But if we do, I think we'll get some good money anyway. But yeah, it's just about being in that environment. And obviously the young lad Stevenson as well. I know we've mentioned Guehi in the title as well, Reds. I've not seen a lot of him. I completely forgot he went to the SPL last season. But he got voted the young SPL player of the season last year. The Liverpool youngster, so keep an eye on that one, Reds. He's very highly regarded when you listen to all the technical staff and everyone speak about the young lads from Scotland as well, so keep an eye on him. Stevenson, I know Liverpool might do some business in the season, but I think he's listening to all the slots and everyone speak about him over the last 12 months or whatnot, and even the academy directors, big future. And I think, listen to a couple of his interviews as well, he seems to have a maturity about him that he can step into Liverpool when the time is right. I think he can certainly replace what we've lost in Jarell Quansah, if not, from my point of view, a bit better than Quansah as well. So obviously counts as obviously homegrown as well in terms of being under 21 and all that, so it's fantastic. Really helps Liverpool's development long term, so keep an eye on that one, Reds. As Callum said there, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for Arne Slot and the boys this season. There we go to United. Enjoy it, Mark, enjoy it, Reds, as well. Like, I know a lot of you probably went, like, younger days, I grew up watching United, especially people at my age. Like, you'd be going to school or whatever, and United be winning league titles every season. It wasn't nice to see. So let's hope the new crop of Man United fans are going through exactly that in the next 5-10 years, because it swings and roundabouts, and this is why I get excited. Not about just everything about Liverpool. I think we all do, because none of us take it for granted. We know what days of Roy Hodgson when we were absolute dire on Channel 5. Gerrard scoring a hat-trick against Napoli when he was surrounded by not the best of quality, in all honesty. When we had Torres come into the club, when we were literally had Alonso, Mascherano, Gerrard, and then we had absolutely no one behind those lads. So it was like if a player left, Alonso to Real Madrid, Mascherano to Barca, it's like, oh. And then at that moment, we were very cash-strapped as well. We didn't have a lot of money. But what FSG have done and what they do deserve, and I'm hoping the fan base do, because I've criticised the owners, but what they've done especially over the last 12 months since bringing Arne Slot in, they've made the mistakes, but now it looks like they've got the proper people running the football club now. I know everyone was going berserk at the beginning of last season, like going, oh, where's all the signings and all that, but let's not forget, we had no sporting director, we had to replace the manager as well. There was a lot of uncertainty at Liverpool Football Club, but there's a structure now, and hopefully for the next 5, 10, 20 years we build a structure within a structure. So even if Michael Edwards is to leave in 10 years, we bring in someone that can hopefully do a good job like him, and then it fits like a glove, really, that he can come in, whoever that person might be, or in certain different departments. It's mainly the structure internally and not necessarily the people coming in. But yeah, Liverpool Football Club should have the best in the business, and we've certainly gone the best way impossible doing that as well. But yeah, if you win the league and Champions League double, give Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards a massive pay rise as well, if anyone's watching. As well as the players as well, but they get all the bonuses as well. And hopefully give Arne a couple more holidays to Ibiza or wherever he wants to go as well. Throw in a couple of dance trips to Armin van Buren as well, or whatever. Or the music he likes as well. So it's exciting, Reds. It's exciting indeed. History of Paisley and Shanks is about to repeat itself. Hopefully, Callum. Hopefully, mates. But whatever happens this season, I think a lot of Liverpool fans, me personally as well, I'll be very content with just not content, but if it come the end of May and we win the league again, I certainly, and a lot of Liverpool fans will not be complaining as well. And you'll have rival fans going, "Oh, you've only just won the league when you spent 300 million. Who's bothered, mate?" Like the league, as Bob and Shank said as well, the league's your bread and butter. You win that year on year. I think all of us would happily take a couple of league titles on the bounce, just to very much pull away, not just from Manchester United, but to pull away from Manchester City as well. This is hopefully our era of dominance now, and just enjoy every kick of it this season as well, Reds. It's been a very difficult couple of months as well with Diogo, and obviously thoughts and prayers to obviously Root and his family and friends as well. He'll always be with us, Diogo. He'll be with us in spirit as well, with the team and everything as a football club. He's immortalised, so yeah, I think let's just go and make him proud and make the fans proud and just be one, really. And that speaks of obviously whether you're a YouTuber or you do social media as well. Just unity is our strength as Liverpool Football Club. You only have to look at the lads and ladies going abroad as well to the far corners of Asia as well. There's especially Malaysia, Japan, China, wherever in Asia. It's a massive community of Liverpool fans. This is what makes this football club as big as we are. So it's fantastic, and yeah, we are very privileged to just watch this team and support this team. And this is why, if I was a player, or if all of us were a player as well, chat, that's why it's mad. Ekatike joined up this week, didn't he? And can I get that up? Where is it? Oh, apologies there, chat. There we go. We'll get to that one in a little second. Not that one. There we go. Where is it? Not that one. We'll speak about that in a sec. No, not that one. Though, bloody hell, chat. Where have I put it? Spare 1 second. Did I not put it on the agenda? Well, yeah. Well, Hugo Ekatike. Oh, there we go. Bear 1 second there, chat. We'll get that up. Get that up in a little second. But yeah, there we go. 1 sec. Get that off. Why is that not coming off? There we go. Technology, eh? There we go. Right, there we go. So we'll go back to that. I'll get the Hugo Ekatike thing up in a second. But yeah, that was it. But chat, let us know your thoughts on Hugo Ekatike. Do you reckon expect him to have the desired impact straight away? But it doesn't matter, whatever he does. And if we do bring in Isak, I know, and it wouldn't it be funny, in a good way, in regards to, say, if in a hypothetical world, we all know Núñez is expected to leave, but could you imagine if Darwin Núñez actually starts banging in goals now this season if he doesn't leave? If he doesn't leave, make that add as well. That's ideal for everyone. It's ideal for Núñez, and most importantly, it's ideal for Liverpool as well. To say, if the penny finally drops with Núñez, and I want Núñez to not leave the football club, but I just want what's best for the club, and most importantly for the player as well. Because he's not going to kick up a fuss. He's been very respectful. He's been in training as well. But funnier things have happened in football, chat. I'll tell you that now. It could be a case of, obviously, he sees Ekatike coming in and obviously a bit of competition, and he might learn off him or whatever. If we can't get the price tag we want for Darwin Núñez, then we're not going to undersell him, undervalue him as well. Because Here, 1 second there, chat. There we go. Yeah, as you can see there, chat, it's looking very, very good, in all honesty. There we go. So I'll just get this up in a little second and just indicate really Liverpool's financial might within this current transfer window as well. So it's exciting, Reds, indeed. Kev, let us know, are you joining the stream, bud, or just let us know. Put it, everyone saying hello to each other. Big up there, Dara. How are we, buds? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're looking after yourself. And Hook. Oh, John, bloody hell. Sorry to hear that, mate. Anyway, is that correct, chat? The news about Hulk. Let us know. Big up there, Cal. How are we, lad? How are we, fella? Steve saying he can't wait for the new season. Certainly, mate. It's going to be good. It's going to be very good. Big up there, Tony. And as Tony said, I remember when I was growing up watching LFC in the 70s and 80s. We were pushing out the pure top players whilst we were winning everything. No respite because we were top as well. And that's it, Tony, innit? And that's like Liverpool Football Club has been founded on the early years, this football club, in terms of coming through the divisions as well and then just being established. And then in the 70s and 80s period, and I know everyone, like the data, the lads that all go, the brainiacs on Twitter, they're going, oh, it's like, of course the money is massively improved in the Premier League, and it has now in the modern era. But Liverpool had money then as well, and as we said, Kenny smashed the record. Ian Rush, Keegan's, like the list is absolutely endless. If you look back on the big signings that have done really well for Liverpool, we went out and smashed a record then, and we're doing exactly that now. But obviously the prices are massively more inflated. But if we see an opportunity in the market, and even if, say we go and, like, I've got a little graph here that I'll show in a little second. Wait 1 second here, chat. I'll also just bring that up. Just get that off the screen. That's me. There is it, the graph here that you can hopefully see on the fly. Do apologise, chat. So, in terms of, as you can see here, you can see very much Liverpool's spending power really in the Premier League already this season. And you'll have rival fans going, oh, like, where did he get in the money? Did you not know how good our commercial team is? Like, we're absolutely minted. Like, we are. We're massive. We go any corner of the globe we go, we'll probably sell out. And it's why it's embarrassing that Liverpool winning that, like, Club World Cup, whatever tournament it was this season. Because we would have sold out. I tell you, all the American Reds out there had the opportunity to be at a Liverpool game. I'm telling you, every Liverpool fan in America would have descended on the stadium and tried to get a ticket as well. Like, there wouldn't have been an empty seat in the house. Like, similar with, obviously, Barcelona fans as well. Like, we're massive. Like, I tell you, like, not like the empty seats that you have seen for the City games and obviously the Chelsea games as well. But in that tournament. But even if Liverpool is successful in the future in that incorporation of that tournament as well, that could bring in an extra 100, whatever million Chelsea have generated as well. So, yeah, money coming left, right and centre, winning league titles, winning Champions Leagues. So it's very exciting. And Liverpool didn't spend last season as well, chat. Tell the rival fans that if they go, oh, we're massive, so deal with it anyway as well. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting, certainly. And if you're a player, you want to be playing for Liverpool Football Club. You've got to be a very elite level player at this moment in time. You've got to be one of the best players in your position. Or most importantly, you've got to have the attitude and the willingness and the desire to wanting to become the best as well. And it's just about keeping players on the toes as well, bringing players in. So, as Tony said there, it's exciting, mate, innit? It's very exciting, and we'll enjoy whatever happens this season. We'll be along the ride as well, and we'll enjoy it every single second. Winning the Premier League carries more weight in terms of attracting quality players rather than winning the Champions League, in my opinion. 100% there, Tara. But mainly, I think for all of us, bud, innit? And even the players. I think as a player, I think personally, I think them growing up as a kid, I think even when you listen to Salah in the interviews he's done for Liverpool, when he spoke to Steven Gerrard and all the media team, he's like, yeah, the Champions League. Because these players should have Van Dijk, Alisson and Salah should have about 3-4 Champions Leagues already, mate. Like, last year we got beat by the champions. You just got to go, fair enough. I think the winner, whoever won that game last season in the Champions League, would have won the Champions League, and they did in Paris or Liverpool. I do feel Liverpool would have progressed into the latter stages of the final and beat every single one of them, apart from Paris. It was extremely tight. Penalties, that's what it come down to anyway. And I think it will be quite similar next season as well, chat. I think as long as we can somehow avoid, I swear, if we finish top again this season in Champions League and we get drawn up against Paris Saint-Germain, absolutely rigged. I'm telling you. Both Arne Slot and both both managers will be fuming as well anyway. But yeah, all good, mate. All good. I can't wait for the new season as well. Yeah, Carl. We are fastly approaching the kickoff, mate. I think it's less, 25, 27 days as well. Yeah, enjoy it, mate. And yeah, and football means so much to every single one of us Reds. If you're going to work or whatever, it's something that we all look forward to. It plays a massive part in, I know, certainly my life. I love it to bits, and bored to death off you anyway, talking about football and yeah, just the great community that we've been able to build over there. And even I've just joined recently over the last 7-8 months as well, Anfield Index. It's one big footballing family. You meet mates for hopefully life as well, and share your experiences together, and just try and make everyone's journey the better as well. So yeah, up the Reds, as we all do as well. And yeah, absolutely love it. Evening, I've been working on today. Pronounce CK backwards. Good on that, Matthias. But still haven't been able to pronounce it. Yeah, big up there, Matthias. Just everyone saying I know each other as well. Isak, Carl, yeah. And I think a lot of us have probably got one or two. I've got a couple of Geordie mates as well that I speak to, and I told him 2 weeks ago. I said he'll end up, if he's not going to Saudi, he'll come to Liverpool, and Liverpool will try and do it our best way, respectfully, Isaac. And we'll get to that one in a little second, once I get through all your comments as well. But bear 1 second here, whilst we just edit on the fly. We'll speak about Hugo. Look at Hugo in that Liverpool kit there, chat. Look at that. But chat, if you're not aware of Hugo, he's obviously from France, and he loves his fashion as well. I think we could all take some tips. Certainly me anyway. Weird odd socks as well and all that, but yeah, it's but Hugo Ekitike, he's probably looking like he's going to be a fashion icon in Liverpool, by the way, as well, chat. He knows how to dress, very smart, but he's got a great personality by the looks of it, like the interviews and all that. So one to keep an eye on, that chat, in all honesty. He'll do really well in the red shirt, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next couple of seasons as well, with him coming into Liverpool. So bear 1 second there, chat. So we'll speak about Hugo a bit later. Do apologise, chat, because he forgot to put that on the agenda. So you're probably seeing a live production making anyway, so there you go. Wait 1 second there. Kev will be joining us in a little second as well. So, but chat, let us know your thoughts on that. We'll speak about Hugo Ekitike and all that good stuff as well. There we go, chat. So, there we go. Speak about Hugo in a fair bit as well. So, quickly, right, we'll shoot over to Kev. Oh, where are you, Kev? There we go. Hello. How are we, lad? Oh, I suppose anyone.
Good.
Kev has got. Is it COVID? Have you got? Sadly, lad.
I've got COVID, yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, so, yeah, I was feeling ill and it was a bit scratchy on Saturday and Sunday. I could feel like problems with like slightly swallowing on Sunday. And then I was like, but I didn't have a sore throat or anything like that. Just weirdness. And then on Tuesday, man, I just hit it. I was just asleep. I just couldn't get up. It was like 38.5 degrees or something like that on my temperature, which is not great. And I've been kind of, as you can see, just teaming it out of me since. Anyhow.
Oh, well, lad. So have you done some brickwork behind yours that you green screen?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what the green is. There a green screen built into this? I don't even know if I have the filter turned on or not.
Yeah, no, hang on. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, right, I'll turn that off in a little second. There we go, sorted. Oh,
it's like some sort of shite Minecraft. What's going on there?
It's aliens, lad. But
yeah.
Kev.
Oh, before we start this, Jack, I was after putting it into the chat that the only reason I was allowed to do this, and it's the only time I'm going to get a chance to do it, because she could come crawling in the door in 15 minutes, is to say hello to my daughter Cara, who's watching right now in the living room. So yeah, she's getting to that age now where she's noticing I'm doing these things. So she wants full what would you call it, attention.
She'll be asking for your signature next as well.
I tell you.
There you go. Yeah. Right, so chat, we'll head over. Obviously, we spoke about the first bit of news as well in regards to Hugo Isak. Kev, just your general reaction this morning as we were speaking with chat as well. Fantastic news, I think, with a lot of excitement. We've got obviously a section of speaking about Saudi and the possible links with Isak, mate. But just your general thoughts on obviously David Ornstein's tweet and just the news in general from this morning, mate. From you.
If he was to go there, it'd be the biggest flip flop of a player at his peak in history going to the Saudi League. I can't see that happening. I know Isak himself has come out before he joined Newcastle. When he was at Real Sociedad, and said that he was a massive Liverpool fan, and the team that he admires most in the Premier League is Liverpool. So regardless if they offer him 500,000 or whatever like that, he can still get that in 4 years' time if he wanted to in Saudi League. He can't get it anywhere else. But I can see Liverpool doing the job for half the money that they're giving to him for the opportunity to play in Liverpool in the Premier League. And at the biggest stage in the Champions League and stuff. I mean, that's what he dreams about. Like, surely he's not going to sit there and dream about a wad of cash at his age when he can still get the same wad of cash at 30. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
500k chat and Kev is apparently what he's going to be getting offered. And if I'm him, I'm saying fair enough, lads. Like, if I'm getting 500k a week just to kick a ball, and especially if I'm good at football as well, the level's not at the level in which the Premier League is, sadly, for the Saudi project. They wanted to get there eventually. But
not sadly. I don't want to be following teams out to Saudi Arabia, boiling, every few weeks, boiling myself off.
Kev, you take 500k a week tax-free, wouldn't you?
Not as a footballer, but as a fan, like, so like if that was to turn into one of the biggest leagues in the world, nobody's going to want to go out there. So yeah,
it's potentially chat, whatever happens. But Newcastle fans obviously coming to the realization now that it looks like a formality. So it's interesting times as well. In regards to that, chat. So in terms of, as we said, it's obviously come from Martin Hardy as well this morning in regards to Alexander Isak has rejected Newcastle United. Oh, what are you pointing there, lad?
I'm just fixing me wall.
oh yeah, there we go.
Every filter's on everyone.
There we go. Oh no, I've switched mine off. Bloody hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Magic is gone. The magic is gone.
Yeah, I need to actually. I'm trying to get me background sorted anyway. So, yeah. It looks like Isak has supposedly turned down Newcastle United's attempt at a new deal. He seeks £300,000. Obviously, me and Kev spoke about that this week in terms of the very well-respected journalists, in terms of the North East as well, and obviously David Ornstein and everyone's suggestion. I think it was the gentleman from Talk Sports. That fella completely got out my head, but the lad from there that we mentioned this week already. And
we forgot him this week as well, Jack.
Yeah. I do apologise if you watch him.
I forget his name as well. I have an excuse. I have COVID. What's yours?
Bad memory. There we go.
Pretty much.
Bad memory and poor research. There we go. We'll go with that one. Usually you'll have your producer in your ear shouting at you or telling you, like, it's just the name. You're wearing it.
It's one of these blank scenarios, you know, when you just like, you adamantly get up out of your living room to go to the kitchen for something. It's nothing got to do with food, but you went there to get something. When you walked in there, you're like, what the hell did I come in here for? And then you just forget the entire day. And then it dawns you at 1 o'clock in the morning, you go downstairs to do it. Nuts. It's one of those scenarios.
Yeah. So, Kev, 300k a week, and that's what we said already this week. It's opened up a big problem now for Newcastle United. Not just for Isak, but you're looking at, say, Tonali with a new deal, Bruno Guimaraes. Like, they're all going to be knocking on Eddie Howe's door and the owners and going, if he's getting that money, I want a fair chunk, a bit of wage as well.
Yeah, look, which is great that from a club like Newcastle with Liverpool, you know, they give people that have earned their spots the big money, you know. If anything, you can come in on the same money as what's the Verts on? Is he on 240 or something like that?
I'm not.
And
he won't be probably on like 200 something.
Yeah, something like that. That's what he'd start off with the first 2 years, and after that, Liverpool raise the money. But it's all about the ambition. Liverpool want to see a player that wants to come in for ambition, not just the money, because otherwise Liverpool will just turn and walk away.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to sit there and take up a player's demands of 300. Like, we're not Manchester United and all that just kind of bout every player just to have the name in our squad. You know, they were paying Sanchez 350k, 400k for this guy and that guy. That was way over the hill. Never kicked the football again. You know, it's nuts. And yeah, so to see that he's looking for 300k a week, I just think that's for to stay at Newcastle. Excuse me. I think he's wanting to benefit. He wants to see a benefit of what would keep him at that club, because now they're about to start another transition. I mean, you look at Bruno Guimaraes, who has been linked to be moving away the last couple of seasons, even once towards the city to you know, so they're always on the verge of leaving, but Isak wasn't. Now Isak is there. Now you got some of their biggest players. You know, Tonali missed the whole season of their development because of that ban, and it's just it doesn't suit where Newcastle are right now to keep on to their biggest stars. I think that it'll be another 2-year transition, and you know, their best bet is to take the 100 odd million off of Liverpool, let him go to the club that he wants to, because at the end of the day, it's going to look really, really shady if they try to sell it to themselves. Because remember, they're involved in everything in the Saudi league as well. So
it would go through a lot of checks, really.
It would, but I mean, for me, it's just if they did it that way and they forced Isak to do it that way, which I don't think they can. It would be because they wanted to play catch up on being able to spend that money within the league. Whereas if anybody turns around next season and says that Liverpool won the league only because they spent 300 million, no, they didn't. They won it. They won the league on spending 19. Let's call it spade a spade. 17 to 19 million on Mamardashvili because of, you know, the amount of wages that was saved going back to Valencia, and then 10 million on Chiesa or whatever, 12 million euro, whatever like that, was all that was spent in the window when we won that league first. And the fact that we won the league, got 100 odd million. The other one was another 100 odd million, 80 and 80 million, 60 million on sales so far, and that's before we even hit Nunez and Elliott and Diaz, and any of these boys. Then that's what you're looking at, and which means that there's still, and plus we were 4 million in profit this year as well. So you can be in healthy debt up to 100 million, which means that Liverpool still have the bones of being able to spend another 200 to 250 million if they wanted to in this window, easily, and then just write it off with PSR over the next 2 seasons afterwards. So it's easy, and still spend money to keep the place topped up, because obviously even if we don't go for a big defender in this window, it's more than likely in January, if something happens, to say Ibu gets an injury and we don't have Quance anymore, and you know, what if Gomez gets an injury, then we're stuck with just Van Dijk, you know, and that's not great either. Although, you know, Gravenberch, Stevenson, Nalo could be upgraded, I know, but it's still very young to go from that season to the next type of season, which is what exactly happened to us in 2020 to 2021. You know,
especially we are losing Quansett as well. Like, they're the levels, like still levels we're creating.
We had to play with Phillips and Reece in our defence the year after we won the league, you know, and that's not a good thing to happen, especially after losing all our midfielders and all of that. So I would like to see us at least go for another defender in this window and see where that kind of takes us then after that. But regardless of Rodrigo and all of these links that we're getting right now, for me, Rodrigo is somebody we're bringing into to kind of replace Salah, if it was. Because he can play across, long term if it was. So, but I just don't, I just don't see why Isak would choose the Saudi league personally himself. Newcastle will want to do it because it's pretty much money laundering for them, but it's in a way, in a legal way. But I think Isak would prefer to move to Liverpool, and it's just a matter of whether Newcastle will. It should give us more lever. I see it going for about 96, 97 million pounds, and plus add-ons on top of it. But that could be upfront money that can be spent now, or it could be like 120, 130 million, and Liverpool will ask to do it over 5 seasons or something like that, at like 25 million a pop or something, you know.
Yeah, so big update, chat. Plenty. Kev, you jumping ahead there, lad. We'll speak about it.
I don't know what's gonna. What am I talking about? What are we jumping to?
No, we'll speak about Rodrigo later as well. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can speak about it now as well. All good. As K-Mac said there, lads, I told you. Yeah, I think everyone was saying that we would love Isak, mate. He was the top of everyone's list for Liverpool supporters. Same with a lot of European sides as well, mate. But fantastic.
Well, I watched him back the last few weeks. I know he's not going to be happy unless we get Isak. If that's my understanding with you, Mac, I think you're not going to be happy until we get Isak, and rightly so. So yeah. I would say if he's the best striker out to put him there, I think that Gakpo and Ekitike can battle for that left-hand side. Yeah. Easily.
100%. Chat, make sure you head over to K-Mac's channel as well. Like, share and subscribe over there. K-Mac's live most days as well, Red, so get involved. Nice one for that, Mark. Much appreciated. And it looks like Hulk Hogan has passed away. Obviously, thoughts and prayers.
71 years old.
Yeah, he's had a very exciting life as a wrestler as well. But if you're a wrestling fan, obviously thoughts go through it, or him and all of his family as well and friends. A big loss for the wrestling fans as well. A very big respected wrestler in the ring. Alexander Stone moving just big up as Messiah said there. But apologies, chat, we're on the fly, a lot happening today as well. As you can see, that just come out from David Ornstein over the last 20 minutes as well. Sesko, and literally as we said at the top of the show, Newcastle United exploring a move for Benjamin Sesko as RB Leipzig in case Isak leaves. The 22-year-old Leipzig forward, subject to long-standing interest and a top target should Isak depart. Deal challenging from a financial perspective. But Kev, looking very serious there, la. It's and certainly Newcastle will be absolutely panicking at this moment in time. There's obviously no the sporting director left a couple of months ago as well. Eddie Howe's already voiced his concerns. You look at it, Kevin, chat. Sesko at this moment in time is the only recognised forward in Europe that is available in it. Oh,
here's one for you. If they're that desperate, how about we just throw him Nunez plus buy Sesko for him? See you later, lads. There you go. You've 2 strikers for the price of 1. Good luck. Outski.
Yeah. Well,
how much is Sesko going for, by the way?
I think, as I said at the top of the show, apparently over the last couple of months, all the well-respected journalists have been stating a fee in the region of 100 million euros that Leipzig have wanted. But over recent week or so, they've dropped their valuations in around 70 to 80 million euros that they want
60,
for the
65 million pounds. Yeah. That's Nunez value. If that Liverpool want, we could drop it in there, put 30 million towards it, and then just tell them to get Sesko on the run. Or pay the balance of what it would be for Sesko, so 40 million plus Nunez. Get that Alexander Isak, and then there you go. With that, just put your money towards that, there, lads.
There we go. As Messiah said there, Keisa. Read that many Keisa tweets over the last week or so. Full on dyslexic mode there. For Brazil Romano, Chelsea not actively working on Isak deal and no interest in proceeding despite reports as well. So, if Chelsea aren't actively pursuing a player, they must know something internally.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I mean, is Xavi Simons going to them?
Yeah, Javi Simons
Okay.
and Chas, who's the other Leipzig or Dutch lad that they're going for? Chas, completely gone on my head, but they're wanting to sign someone else, Chelsea, aren't they? Who's the other player that they're wanting, Chelsea?
Hato.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hato.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
looking like
and
good.
they have to watch themselves with PSR as well because they're not in the nowhere
Well,
near the black.
yeah, they've just recently won that tournament, though, lad, haven't they? Like the Club World Cup. So, which is mad. Like they've got an extra 100 million to spend. I don't know how.
That's why you do the tournament.
Yeah, I'm not an accountant,
really...
but like that would. I don't know if that money would go down now or however that's paid. It might.
Whenever they've won it.
If that's instant cash, then straight in the bank account, isn't it? So, yeah. So, Chas, Todd Bowley.
It's promised cash, so it can be probably used against the
loans or whatever.
Future deals, yeah, and whatnot, yeah.
So, chat. What a day to be a Red, Kev. Like, in all honesty, it is a lot going on, really. Andre.
Wissa.
Obviously, Dada is saying, obviously, Andre the Giant was my favourite. Big up there, mate.
Great,
I'm not a big wrestling fan, but
I was back in the day. I was the Hulk Hogan era with Andre the Giant and Bobby Heenan, and back then as obviously if you came to that time where there's kids outside the door, where you didn't when you realised that Santa wasn't around anymore. That you started seeing other things that were really real, and then I started kind of going, no, it spoiled it for me. So, which is nuts, really.
There we go. All good. So, chat.
Jack, 1 second there. Just have to take a phone call, buddy. Just do it at the house. Give me 1 second.
So, there we go, chat. Kept the mic. So, chat, let us know your thoughts on regards to that as well. As we just head back over to Solo Cam anyway. So, in terms of, we'll quickly delve into very much the case of Hugo Ekitike and the lads. So, wait a second. There we go. Send that over there. As you can see there, chat. Move that over there. So, there we go. So, as you can see there, chat. Sec on the fly here. There we go. Let's get that off. So, there we go, chat. As you can see, the big news, Hugo Ekitike. What were you saying in terms of, obviously, yesterday we got the announcements of the big Frenchman coming to Liverpool. Judging from all the videos of Hugo interacting with his side, I think there's a little clip going around on Liverpool's media anyways. Obviously, Arne Slot saying, in Asia, jokingly saying it's great that we've actually signed a Frenchman that can score. And then everyone turned over to Ibu Kanate and was going, Salah was like, there we go, Ibu. Yeah, we would like some more goals from Ibu anyway. But chat, thoughts on Hugo Ekitike coming to Liverpool? I think it's obviously the official announcement, subject to international clearance, but it'll be sound. He's a very experienced forward in European football, played for a long time in Germany. So that won't be any issues really in terms of getting that clearance. But yeah, not too bad, chat. I'm made up. And I think even if you can caveat that with very much an Isak coming in as well, I think Liverpool will be very much stacked indeed. Obviously, I think once Liverpool have got all their dealings in terms of bringing in a potential Isak, bringing in Ekitike over the last 48 hours as well. So it's looking good. Chat, is there any other areas that you'd like to see Liverpool actively pursue? I don't think there's much work. Say if we do bring in Isak and Ekitike now, we'll probably expect one or two of the forwards to go, Guehi, Diaz, whatever happens with Bayern as well. So, chat, if there was a position for you, let us know. Like, it's a position that's streaming out to you that Liverpool could possibly still need to actively improve as well. Just bear with me a second there, chat. So, in terms of, you look at Hugo Ekitike there, chat, you look at Liverpool's potential second string team if we don't sell any of the players or whatnot. That is absolutely ridiculous potential squad depth for Liverpool next season. absolutely staggering, really. Like, obviously, come from one football as well. There's actually crazy that this could legitimately be Liverpool's second choice lineup next season. The only weakness in that side, chat, is obviously Endo. Not ideal. You want to be playing him in midfield in his best position as defensive midfielder as well. But it just only goes to show, chat, like, that squad depth is absolutely phenomenal. Like, we're expecting possibly Nunez and Chiesa to go, but if they don't, then that is some very good squad depth indeed. Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai, Elliott. Probably expecting Elliott to leave this window, but if we can't get an offer, I think we're very happy and content with sitting on our hands and waiting for that right moment, because what you're going to get with Elliott is an big experience, but most importantly, he's not going to sulk. He wants to play more game time. I think he's already been on record over the last couple of months, come what the end of the season, with the interviews he's give in the mix zone and everything. He wants to be getting more game time. So, yeah, it's going to be one of that, chat, but it's exciting times. As Carl said there, he'd like to see a centre-back potentially come in. Carl, if so, who would you like to see come in? As we said at the top of the show, Stevenson, very, very highly regarded within the setup at Liverpool. But if we can get Stevenson another loan out, then it could, for next season, could be very interesting indeed. Mateus has said bringing Mark Guehi over the line as well, possibly, bud. I think with Guehi, though, Mateus in chat, I think Liverpool will be not reluctant, but I think if Mark Guehi was under he spoke with Arne Slot or the setup, just to say, just stay at Palace for one more season. Because I tell you what, if we say next season could get Mark Guehi on a free transfer, or even in January, say January comes and we do an agreement, or we give Palace like 10, 15 million, for me, I can't see Liverpool paying 50, 40 odd million for the player that's got a year left on his contract. But a very similar situation with Liverpool with Ibu as well. There's got to be a very much a bit of brinkmanship really as well. Big up there, Amar. Apologies on that pronunciation, mate. And Matt Law, Bomber. Nice. Let's check that out in a little second for that, mate. Nice one for that, bud. I'll just quickly, got Twitter open here. But chat, how are we? Do drop a like, do drop a subscribe as well. Oh, good, Kev. Hang on, you're on mute, yeah.
Sorry.
There we go.
Am I on mute? There we go. Sorry, guys, about that. I'm currently selling my house, and that was the auctioneer telling me about people wanting to see it and whatnot, and that's just one good news, one semi-okay news. That's it.
I was going to say, you got it's the agent of Isaac. Wait, well. Got a couple of shares in that. But, yeah, chat. Kev, I was just saying there, as you can see from the start, like, potentially that could be Liverpool's second team if we don't do much activity. Like, that's quite strong, and apart from Endo playing centre half, we're expecting Chiesa and Nunez to go, mate, but just goes to show the strength currently on offer for Liverpool going to next season. Yeah,
it's nuts. I mean, I still wouldn't, relinquish the ability that Endo has in that defensive unit, because anytime he's played there, he's been great. And you could twist it. If you're not going to use any players from the first team, then that's probably the perfect 11. But if you can use them, then Gravenberch can drop back there while Szoboszlai and whatnot are there. If you use one or two players, I don't think Chiesa is going to be around long enough to do that, or Nunez. But currently, that's what you're looking at. Which is the fact that they played a lot last season just goes to show you, that a lot of these players were involved in winning the league last season. So yeah, it's still not I don't know about a title winning team, but it's at least a title backup team, if you get me. That would, like, that team would definitely get Champions League football, is what I would say, in 4th or 5th.
Yeah, I think that actually might be Matt Law as well. That just popped in the comments. That is someone said Bomber. And I'm not even going to bring up that tweet anyway, but it's just a silly tweet anyway. I actually put that in my title in my video earlier, Jack. I was like, Isak Bomba, and I said, can anybody please tell me what a bomba is? Yeah. It's a big announcement, really.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
States.
I see it everywhere, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah. So I think that might be Matt on his Bayern account or whatever. Anyway, nice one, lad. But we're not going to bring up that tweet because it's must be very bored. Or whoever anyway. So big up there, Amir. But yeah, unless I'm looking at the wrong Matt Law anyway. But yeah, let us know with that anyway. So that's certainly not a. It's not a big announcement for whatever he's just tweeted then. Carl Hasso, I think you're guessing there as well, mate. Yeah, have you seen what he's tweeted?
No, just about to look.
Yeah, I
don't even know if I follow him.
It's not a here we go or bomber anyway.
Is the Telegraph Matt Law, is it?
I'm not too sure. There's a couple of Matt Laws out there in the media scene as well, in the journal scene. But Hasso looks like he's yeah. That's why I think it might be his bed. He must be bored at work or whatever. Whoever it is, yeah, fair play. Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that, so when I read it, I just laughed out loud in my head.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, excuse me, guys.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, chat. Hat out, Carl. It looks like you'll be going to Chelsea, mate. As a double swoop for the Dutch duo anyway from Chelsea. So it'll be a good move, I think, for Hato. I think the quality in terms of Chilwell, I think he's really come on leaps and bounds over the last 12 months. It's been great to see him back to full fitness, really, in all honesty. He's a player of immense quality. He showed that at Brighton. And I think Jarell Hato, the fact that, I think Chelsea are looking like paying 40-50 odd million for very much Jarell Hato. So, yeah. So, chat. So, any potential changes in that starting 11 for you, Kev, going into the window? Obviously in that second squad anyway. Sorry, mate.
In the second squad, well, I wouldn't change Robertson for Simicast.
It's just a big option that we got. Obviously, Szoboszlai as well. Wait, not too bad, isn't it?
I'm looking at it here as well, and Robertson and Bradley and Gakpo and Szoboszlai are pretty much starters in a normal Liverpool lineup that just won the league, So I couldn't change any of them out. Elliott, Jones, nobody else really there that can play the defensive unit, especially with Kwanzaa gone. I was impressed by Nalo at times. He's after bulking himself up a bit, which is good. So yeah.
Yeah, Sesko Gen, 100% there, mate. They'll get Sesko. He's the only recognised number 9 at this moment in time. Galatasaray have already, more or less, I think that deal's over the line with Victor Osimhen, Nigerian forward anyway. So at the minute, like if you're any club in European football looking for a young striker, probably between the ages of like 20, 25, Sesko, from a data point of view, he ticks a lot of boxes. He's a very good player.
I like him, yeah.
He'll do well in the Premier League if Newcastle do get hold of him. He's probably
got power.
Yeah, he's got power. He's got strength. He's got pace.
I'm surprised Arsenal didn't go for him over Gyökeres. You know that. So I know Gyökeres has come on leaps and bounds recently and all of that, but I find I mean, he didn't even do the numbers at Coventry when he was there, and in the lower league, I'd imagine. I know players improve and whatnot. But do they really improve to an extent of that, or did he just get really, really good in a crap league? And that's what you have to look at there. Whereas Sesko, I do rate. I think he's got a good turn of pace. He's got an unbelievably powerful strike on him, and he's fairly accurate as well. So
yeah, big up there. So chat, obviously a little bit on Sesko. If anyone's just tuning in, big up there, Carl. Super chat, nice one for that, mate. Much appreciated. Would you sell Harvey Elliott with a buyback, Kev? I'll pose that to you in chat.
I think Liverpool will do a buyback anyway. I think that's part and parcel of what they do with some of especially with their young talent under 25. I think they can do that unless they leave on a free. But Yeah. No, I think that'll be part and parcel. I think what Liverpool would like to do, if they don't believe that Harvey Elliott's ever going to be the player that comes into a Liverpool type side over the next 10 years that's going to do anything to suit his style of football, then I think maybe one of those 19.5% sell-on clauses that we do, 17.5 to 19.5% sell-on clauses, because I think Harvey Elliott will make somebody big money when he moves on.
I
Regardless.
think you're getting a call there, lad. I've just heard some buzzing.
No.
In the back. Oh,
could be the young fella outside in the living room playing music or something.
So there we go. So you wouldn't. So
I think Liverpool kind of put it in there as standard just in case for the first 2 seasons, like they did with Ryan Brewster.
Quansah, I think done that with as well.
Yeah,
Quansah's buyback
very young.
Yeah, Quansah's buyback activates in 2 years' time.
In 2 years' time, okay.
Which coincides with very much Virgil van Dijk, his end to his contract as well.
Yeah, that's actually a good show to put him in with them boys and get that kind of money back easily. Yeah, I mean, the Bayer Leverkusen have done a good deal there to get themselves a good quality defender in a league that's a bit slower for him to develop quicker.
Amazing.
He'll do amazing there, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, I think we could be talking about bringing Quansah back in a couple of years' time easily. You don't see it too often, but he's one player that I could say that you could bring him back. Elliott getting the buyback clause in there. Don't know if Liverpool do that standard for that type of player, but as I said, they'll definitely have the high sell-on clause. So, whatever team buys him is going to have to get a high amount of money for him.
Yeah, for that one, Carl, I'd say concur what Kev said there. But chat, let Carl know with your thoughts and with his question as well, as I think it only makes sense Liverpool would do. But similar with certain other players in this squad as well, Liverpool were only... This is why, not that Liverpool will be reluctant to sell Núñez, but we're not going to be bullied into a situation where we're selling, where we're undervaluing our talent. Because he's Núñez, let's not forget, like data-wise, before he come into Liverpool, he was one of the best young strikers in Europe that potentially could, if the right moves. Because I tell you that now, chat, it wouldn't surprise me if Núñez went to Serie A or he went to La Liga. I think he'd thrive. It just hasn't worked out at Liverpool, but in the right environment, I think he'll start banging in goals. And yeah, it's a commodity that is quite rare in the modern era, as we said at the minute. At this moment, there's not a lot of talent out there, and Sesko probably the last one really. So Carl, Elliott, if he is to go, he'll probably have a buyback. But main thing is, if he's successful, or main thing is Liverpool is successful, and we get a lot of money, then I think certainly we could, as Jen's saying. 100%. Mark said nah. For him, 50 million for Elliott, as Matthias said there, 40 million without buyback. I would suggest as well. Yeah, I think that adds an extra 10 million on the valuation as well in it, Kev. In negotiations, if you don't want to be putting in a buyback, pay us an extra 10 million as well, because if Elliott goes on from strength to strength, it's a lot. Interesting.
So Dave O'Connor from Dave Oxy Cop has quoted Craig Hope 10 minutes ago saying that Liverpool are poised to make a British transfer record offer for Alexander Isak. From Craig Hope.
We'll get Craig up. I think he works at the Times. They're all making the money today. Busy.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you live for as a journalist, really. The days like this in terms of big.
Sasha Tavolieri says Alexander Isak only wants Liverpool.
Yeah. Obviously Craig Hope was the gentleman that the journalist that did break it this morning as well. Northeast correspondent. But coming at 5 PM. What time are we on now? 5:30.
I think Sesko suits Liverpool more though. Or Liverpool. Newcastle more for their style of player. I'm not saying there's nothing bad wrong with Gyökeres, but I'm just saying that he's playing in a really inferior league in comparison to the German league, which is obviously he'll get better numbers. I mean, Darwin Núñez got better numbers he got phenomenal numbers in the Portuguese league. He then got, half those numbers in the Premier League. So it's a big difference. Is the step up from what I'm saying here. But I do think Sesko is a better suit for the likes of Arsenal or Newcastle, how they play.
Oh yeah, he's not from the Telegraph, from the Daily Mail, one of their chief reporters anyway. But yeah,
That Craig, is it?
Yeah, more or less concurring what we said at the top of the show, really. Paul Mitchell's decision was influenced Isak and his representatives, which is understandable. Liverpool's last details detail with the offer, twist that could see him sign a new deal. So, yeah, more or less what I said at the top of the show as well, anyway, in terms of, it's when you lose the sport and direct, it's massive, really, though, Kev.
I'm just watching. I'm lip reading the video because I'm not playing it in the side of my thing, but I can see exactly what he said. And it's Watch LFC put it up, and it says Richard Hughes just sent this to Alexander Isak, and your man is in the video going, "I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you," and he's like, "I'm effing coming for you."
Oh, is it the Dan and Till video?
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Good.
Yeah. I love this, man. Yeah, it's a good time to be. It's a good time to be a Liverpool Football Club. If we get Alexander Isak, regardless of getting engaged, it's the best window in the history in Football League history.
Yeah,
not just Premier League history, but in Football League history.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat.
You go back to the days when Liverpool were getting a good few players together in the 70s and 80s and doing it that way, and they were influential. But this could be one of the great. This could be like the greatest window.
Chat out. As I said, can anyone else think about other bigger transfer windows? I can't. I'm trying to think like Real Madrid, but even still, like, but it probably would you class it though, Kevin? I think it's difficult to judge now, but maybe similar when we analysed 12 months or 6 months later, like Liverpool bringing in that midfield foursome as well in terms of Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch. Similar with Liverpool's season now, 12 months down the line. Let's hope we're looking at all this news and everything coming out of obviously of
we can go eras and periods and whatnot, but you're looking at times when we brought in Alisson in one window, Virgil in the next window, then we had we've topped up with Fabinho and Mane and all of these guys across these windows, but that's across windows. That's just a rebuild, and it's probably one of the greatest rebuilds in Liverpool's history. But then you're talking about like a specific window, like a summer transfer window. This has got to be the best summer transfer window in the history of the club if we pull off Isak deal. I think. I mean, there's been other similar ones, but it'd be ridiculously, Mark says, Edward says Ronaldo and Kaká. Great, outstanding. That's two players. Doesn't change the whole team. I'm talking, we have to bring in Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, who's the top wanted player in the world right now.
Did Ozil come in at that time as well, Edward?
Afterwards.
I can't remember. Was afterwards?
No, it was a couple of years later on. Ozil didn't come in till after that. It's Kaká, and then we're still playing.
Yeah.
Early days. I mean, this is still just after the time of Figo and them, So at Barcelona, we did Barcelona and whatnot, so. Yeah.
So, Reds, let us know your thoughts on that. Exciting times to be a Red. Anyway, be 1 second there, chat. Let's move that away. So, in terms of heading over to, already mentioned that one in terms of today. Mark Douglas, obviously, was this afternoon as well. Obviously, very well respected journalist, Mark Douglas. Newcastle United will respond. It will respond after Isak's bombshell. Not for sale, standstill remaining, but Isak clearly unsettled. Obviously, this was done an hour before. Anyway, a lot has come out as we have been on air as well, and that's that difficult realization, though, Kev. Newcastle fans have to come to the situation now. They can't hold on to Isak for the next 12 months. Well, I know Newcastle fans say you can, and a lot of journalists will say they can because he's got 3 years left on his contract. But we know how footballers are all about. They might kick up a fuss. You're keeping hold of a player that doesn't want to be there. And what does that do to the camp, Kev, for Newcastle?
Yeah, look, as I said, even in my own video earlier, I said that Guimaraes over the last couple of seasons has been touted and leaving anyway for pastures new until unless they change. But I mean, they got rid of some. I know they brought in Anthony Gordon and these guys, but they're not bringing them in as quickly as you'd hope to. Like as I said, they've just broken a record this season for being the most rejected football club in one window, something 25 times or something like that. I don't know how true the deal or the idea is of us going after Rodrigo. Some places are saying we're in with talks to them. Some places aren't saying that. Then we have, but for Newcastle, look, they need big upgrades now. They need to get as much money in now from the Isak deal as possible. But Liverpool won't want to pay the max, and Isak won't want to go to Saudi. You know, Newcastle could go on all summer because Newcastle could just hold out and say, no, we're just going to sit him on the bench for the next season or whatever. And Liverpool, if Liverpool were smart enough, they would say, look, we do want Isak, but you keeping Isak on the bench just suits us for our league this season. In any way, shape or form, playing you guys is just going to make you weaker against us. So either way, it'll backfire on Newcastle big time, because if the player wants to leave and his head has been turned and he is a Liverpool fan, then I'd say just take the right money that the club needs from him, and then reinvest it into the other players. I mean, when we seen that we all kind of knew that Trent wanted to leave, and the majority of us were kind of upset with the way he went about it, and more rightly so. It's because he was one of our own,
It's like us with Sterling, Coutinho. Like we've been here, done that, won the t-shirts, haven't we? So.
We got money, we at least got money from him. That's the whole point, like, we didn't for Trent, so that's why it's a bit bitter for us. There's a chance here for Newcastle to make money off Isak and for him to go to his boyhood club that he supports, and then we just need we like they need to be able to rebuild back into that squad and keep the likes of Guimaraes and, or should I say, Bruno and Tonali and all these other guys wanting to stay at the club and compete, and plus have the money to reinvest as well, because they can take some of that Isak money, buy a Sesko, and then also buy maybe two good quality, maybe like a defender or maybe like another midfielder or something, or another winger on that right hand side. So there's options there for Newcastle.
Yeah, as Isaac made a strategic error, Mark Douglas does allude to as well. Do you think possibly, Kev or Chat, I suppose that's you as well, has he gone a bit too early, or do you think now is the right time for him?
Is who gone too early?
Isaac, in terms of like...
No, I think now is the right time, because he's starting pre-season. He wants to get a pre-season under his belt. Yeah, if he has been talking to Liverpool, maybe they're saying as well, like, we'd like to get you in here as early as possible with us and do some work with you guys. And I know we've just got Ekitike in the door as well, but Ekitike can play in the left. He's like Nunes in a way. The majority of the time drags out to the left. You never see him through the centre. He's really defensively strong, so he comes back and plays like a Bobby. So he can also play like a false nine behind an Isak. So you're looking at these kind of options.
And you've got that width from Kirk, as more or less can play as a left winger, because he's got an engine. Him and Frimpong, he can get back and forward.
I think Ekitike has been brought in mostly for that left hand side. I think Wirtz is going to sit through the middle, just behind, if we do get an Isak. And I think Ekitike and Gakpo are just going to battle it out for that left hand side. Ekitike can also play through the centre, and if we do get, if Mo Salah does go off to Afghan this year, then we've players that can play out on the right hand side to come in as well. Sabasli can play out there. I don't know if the Rodrigo thing is true. He can play out there. So can Ekitike, to be honest with you. He can play left and right. So we've got really versatile players now, and I think we're covered across all these boards. The only place I'm worried about now is a bit of is central defence. I think we need another backup there. If the Isak thing comes across the line, I don't think we need to worry about any other positions up front. I think we need to more worry about getting a Guehi in, or somebody like that, or at least promoting one of the youth guys if they're good enough. So
yeah, it's I know everyone's been panicking really about obviously Liverpool losing, not panicking, but like saying obviously certain sections of our fan base about obviously Arne Slot's promotion of like youth players, but I think what we will see this season is Rio Ingamoa. Like, he will get a big opportunity this year. I think if you've not been watching like the Liverpool content over the last week or so since he's been away over in Asia. Like, he's a lad with a lot of talent, big expectations as well in terms of. But I think if Diaz is to go over Nunes, I think we said last week, Kev, or this week, obviously Rio being like the 5th or 6th choice attacker as well, it's not too bad of an option to have, really, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, the way I said it myself, I think Rio is an upgrade on a young Sterling that we had, and Sterling was great when he started with us. I think Rio is just he's quicker, he's more productive. Sterling was brilliant at being able to run, and then sometimes he would lose the ball, but because he was that quick and he was playing in a lesser team, he had more options. But now you got Rio Ngamo who's coming on, and he's capable of competing with a Luis Diaz or a Gakpo to play up that left hand side. So there's another option as well. In lesser games to give like Wirtz a rest and Gakpo rest, or because Diaz more likely to be gone by then. You have the likes of Rio and that when they play cup games. Ekatike and them can play just there with just behind it. Like Ekatike can come in even for Wirtz's position.
Yeah.
I think they're all going to get at least 40 odd games each this season, minimum. And outside Rio, Rio will just do a lot of backup work, but the other guys would probably get more likely 40 odd games a season in rotations, starting different games. And I think Slot did that really, really well last season, where he rotated the players just enough. He didn't play the same 11 every week. He didn't burn out the lads. We had a small bit of a burnout around the PSG time, and that's because he did risk it and did play the lads a bit extra. But most of the season, he did balance them out quite well. So I think he's learned his lesson with that one. Otherwise, we would have been sitting there as Champions League champions, I think, this season. Or just gone if we hadn't burnt out at that time. And we had to kind of nearly get a reflux of energy at the end of the season.
So, yeah. There we go, Chas. Yeah. Flying, absolutely bloody flying, Reds. So, there we go. And, so, Reds, let us know. As you can see there, we all said when we seen obviously the Carabao Cup final there, we're no psychologist or behavioural psychologist or whatever. Kev, that look means something, doesn't it?
Does it? You saying that come for me, boy? Yeah? So he's just saying, you're going to come for me, lads? And he's looking at him. But I said, didn't I say that to you at the end of the cup final last year? We're sitting there and we were talking away about it. They said, did you see the look that they said that Van Dijk gave when Isak started talking to him? And they're both smirking at each other. And
the slot tap as well.
Yeah. But I want to say, if Isak signs to Liverpool, we're going to find out what he said.
Yeah.
It's no more ties to any other thing. He's going to find out what was said there easily. So that's what we're looking at, really. Yeah.
Could you imagine in the video when I was Isaac? And there's a Liverpool interview with LFC TV. Obviously, it won't endear them really with Newcastle fans anyway, but I suppose it'd be interesting if he was to say, obviously, it was asked by the lads. Because we know, was it when we signed Fabinho, he said, obviously, he plays quite a lot of FIFA with certain Liverpool players as well, like pro clubs. So they're all sat in pro clubs' lobbies, all these footballers.
Chatting away.
With rival fan, so do you want to come? Do you want to join us as well? That's how you get around the Premier League rules or something or whatever. Because I think you never know.
That's probably how Trent got to get Diogo Jota that time to come across over Chelsea. Chelsea moved that time. So that's So easy peasy. Then you have to blame FIFA then for Trent going with Jude. So
yeah. So
it works both ways. So
well,
I think once they come into Liverpool, they should only be allowed to play FIFA when the manager's there next to them. So he doesn't say.
Or is it?
You're only allowed to play FIFA now if you're telling them that they can join us, not if you're going the other way, all right?
You can only be on the exact same server or whatever, or whatever. Or playing Warzone or whatever. But that's how the lads react anyway. Yeah, that's how they chill and relax as well. And so it's exciting, Reds. But Reds, massive thank you. I think we've covered all bases really on what we wanted to mention this afternoon. Just bear with a second. So that Virgil van Dijk look. We spoke about obviously squad depth as well. Sesko we've mentioned. I think you've more or less talked. Oh no, you were away when we mentioned this. The reaction as well, Kev. It's Liverpool didn't spend any money last year apart from Chiesa, did we?
No.
So everyone will be bringing up all these graphs and all that in Sky and all the media outlets and going, oh, they spent a lot of money. Yes, we have, but we didn't spend a lot last season as well, did we?
Doesn't matter about last season, it matters about the season before that, it matters about the season before that. Chelsea are spending 240 odd million every season. Nobody's batting an eyelid. We spent 50 million more than them. And everybody's talking about Liverpool spending. Well, no, sorry, rival fans are talking about Liverpool spending, not realising where the money's actually coming from. That it's not us just spending money that's not ours. It's money that was earned, not money that's created through false sponsorship deals,
And
3-month-old companies, and and fake hotels and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's nuts. And that's a great shout out as well for Gerrard's 28.
Hugo. Apologies. Hugo. I don't even know who that fella is.
I don't think you'd appreciate you calling him that, Jack.
Yeah, Hugo. Sorry, lad. I doubt he can understand me anyway, like me scouts and all that anyway. I have to get a couple of lessons off Curtis. Hugo Ekitike, a homage to Steven Gerrard, obviously from his very early years. That's massive, isn't it? I don't know when this was taken, chat. This has been floating about on social media over the last week. It might have been a very long time ago, might have been recently or whatever. But
he's got that hairdo, no, Jack.
Has he? Oh, sounds.
Yeah, he's got that hairdo. So that's the hairdo he's wearing exactly in the side of the pitch there in Hong Kong this morning. That's what he looks like. No, so that was done in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, so that's amazing, mate. So he's already incorporating himself into the Liverpool fandom as well, and pretty sure he grew up like all of us. He obviously would have been growing up watching Steven Gerrard as a young lad himself, and number 28. Tell you what, I think
this is a promotion for selling retro gear, Jack, for the new Adidas kit.
Yeah,
that's what I think this is. I think it's a new Adidas kit draw because I'm looking at his shoes, and his shoes says Adidas.
Oh, yeah.
So they're already doing the promotional stuff for the new season ahead, and I think you're going to see him on the website wearing all of this stuff to say buy Gerrard's old gear.
Yeah, I tell you what, Adidas, yous will make a bank. But Adidas, just a message to anyone that's running the Adidas with Liverpool. Please, when we order the kit, can we actually have stock in for these kits? Not just like you're trying to order it. Because have you seen the fake kit, Kev? That is a
all kits. All the kits are amazing
this year. And if you do a race,
even the white one's not white. It's a crew, Jack. It's not white. It's a crew.
And we know it's the
creamy white. So it's a crew. All of those kits are mint. If anything, the home kit is probably the worst of all the three, and it's phenomenal. That'll tell you.
So we'll be spending dollar as well, chat. They will be losing quite they'll be making a lot of money. We'll be losing a lot of money in terms of buying all these kits as well. But it'll be worth it anyway. And if it means us buying next season another Isak, then sounds. But chat, we'll conclude here this evening, this afternoon or evening, wherever you are watching. Kev, massive thank you for joining me this evening.
No problem, lads.
And chat, massive thank you for everyone that is tuned in. If you are watching the repeat, do drop a like, share, and subscribe as well. We'll be live a bit more later in the evening as well. Hopefully, we'll speak about a bit more about, obviously, a bit about everything really, and this coming season as well. But for now, Reds, massive thank you for tuning in. Look after yourself, everyone in the comments. Much appreciated. And we'll see you again a bit later in the evening, UK time, for another one.